Alright, we got a back again after my lake test of the motor. Here's the the back platform that this part here was the original platform, and these are used for outriggers, which I haven't put them back on yet, but these are the outriggers that I made. You can see them, made a big pool noodles. But I extended, there used to only be one. This was the one that I had for the smaller, like a water snake. It was kind of like a water snake. It was only like 18-pound thrust. And then I had modified it to fit the 30-pound thrust motor. And this is nice and secure. And my wheels, this is just these T's are on here just to keep the wheels from falling out. But I've had these since I've had the kayak. But the update modified version I'm installing a hatch in the front of the bow of this, and I'm using what is called a gamma seal lid, and I got this at Tractor Supply. And what it is it spins off like this. This part seals on to the bucket, right? And then this part screws on. It's got a seal on it. And then I had to cut because of the valley here. There's a little valley right here. It's not really flat, but I had to kind of cut the. So what I'm going to do is cut a hole, slide this in, slide the bucket part into the hole, and I'm going to use this JB Weld plastic weld and go around the edge here to glue and seal it. So but I just want to come out and get a start on this video. Probably do it in some parts, but yeah, this is simple. It's gonna go in here like so, and then this will screw on and be a tight seal. That's where I'm going to put my battery. I'm running the battery out of the front part because I don't know how heavy the battery is, but the whole back end was pretty well weighted down. My wife said that the water line was up to here, you know, so I'm going to shift the weight a little bit and put it in the front here. Move the weight to the front, but this is going to be sunk down in, you know, and not a whole lot's going to be sticking out, but it'll be a hatch. It'll be a place to put my battery. Then I'll run the wires underneath here and come up here. And I used to have my wires, there used to be a plug here, so I'll just maybe make another plug, because there's a hole right here, and I had a plug that I plugged in my where the controller is. Controller goes in here. So, but I'll string the wires along through here, and this is big enough to. This was actually big. My other battery I used was a lot smaller battery. I fit in here, And I put Velcro all over the bottom of the battery and just stuck it here. And I may just use that battery as a backup battery because it's only 12 amp hours, I think. 12 amp hours or something like that. And the new battery I got is 35 amp hours, but it's a lot bigger battery, heavier. So this one, but they only give you one hatch on this Tahoma, and but you know, but the once I get to that point where I cut the hole out and I seal it in, I'll do an update on this. I'll probably end up painting the bucket or something, getting a green paint or something. I don't know how well the paint will hold on plastic, but I was looking for an idea for a hatch, and this came to mind. So that's where I'm at on this. I know it looks like a well for fish, but but it'll work. It's a feed bucket. All right then. Have a good day. Like, share, and subscribe. But this will be like part 1, so I'm gonna make a series of these and join them all together. I'm gonna see how the new software works. So this is it so far. Alright, equals nothing. Okay. Now I'll see how accurate I am. Oh. So it looks like I gotta trim off a little bit, which is okay because I'd rather trim off a little than do overcut. Trim this a little bit. Edge needs to be trimmed down. I'm going to do this in segments. Alright. This is a rasp I picked up, and I think I picked this up at Harbor Freight. So it's just a raspy tool I use for wood and plastics. Drill is going out on me. sticks up a little high, but I suppose if I wanted to, I could trim this all down. It's in there a little tight. Alright, I got this thing in there, and I used the around the edge here, all inside the edge here, underneath this lip, all around the bottom and the base of the bucket. So I can tip it in there, and whatever the bottom part of the bucket you slide in before you put the ring on top, and now I have a nice shallower bucket that I don't care if it's just sitting in there loose, you know, but at least when I put my battery in there, it's not gonna roll around. So this is the bucket here. I'll just wait. It takes about an hour for it to cure, but probably typically overnight. There's the hatch. I know it sits up a little higher, but it's there. So what I'm going to do is probably, when this thing cures, I'm going to spray paint it. Probably spray paint it black. But that's it for now. I'm going to let it sit, and maybe later I'll working across the street cutting concrete, driving me crazy. So, but I'll update it when I get done, and I'll give it a spray paint job and see how it works out. Maybe I'll leave it white. I don't know. Alright, I did finish the bucket hatch, and it is ready. I painted this, got the paint, the batch, using the Krylon. Krylon Fusion all-in-one. This is for the Lifetime Tahoma. Seems to be this color. This pretty much matches the kayak. So we got the lid. I painted the lid black because I didn't want it to be all the same color. Kind of chipping away here. Not sticking too well. I may have to get some Krylon for the black. And that's the hatch for the Lifetime Tahoma, and that's going to be for my 35 amp hour 12 volt battery, Harbor Freight solar battery, which really isn't enough solar storage for anything, but it's $75 for the battery anyways. So this will be the final segment of this. It's pretty secure. Use the Krylon Fusion and the JB Weld to hold it in place. Shouldn't go nowhere. I'll have to get some different paint. The paint seems to be scratching off real easy. But the Krylon seems to be pretty tough. So well, that'll be about it. Like, share, and subscribe, please.